In this video, we're talking about the different types of orders you can use. The main ones in Interactive Brokers TWS, the Trader Workstation, how you can take those orders, get them filled into actual trades in your trading account. My name is Andrew Ferguson. Welcome to the Trading Options Daily family. Thank you so much for being here and checking out this video. If this is the first time with the channel, awesome. Glad to have you. Thanks for stopping by. For all my repeat viewers, appreciate you guys coming back, taking our time out of your day to go check out the content. If you do guys like this video, make sure you subscribe at the end, hit that like bell as well, and just keep watching, keep helping me grow the channel. Really appreciate you guys being here. But let's get into it right now, the different types of orders we can use within the Trader Workstation for Interactive Brokers. We are inside of my simulated paper account for Interactive Brokers. It's a fake money account, no trades today, as you can see. We do have some open positions here up top. Don't have to worry about those today because we are always talking about is the orders. We're doing 4 main orders for you guys today that we're going to work through and explain exactly how they work and what they mean. So when you are inside of Interactive Brokers, the Trader Workstation, you have a couple options to execute orders. And we're going to look at the favorites here and just click on, let's go Apple. Everything's down today for the most part. It's a choppy red day in the market. That happens from time to time. All good though. Things usually recover. So if we're into Apple, let's say we want to go and just straight up buy Apple stock, okay? Buy some shares of Apple. The quickest and easiest way to do that, if we come up to the top left here, we click buy, we have Apple, and we have a drop down area with different orders. There's limit, there's mid price, market, stop, adaptive, algo. If you hit the drop down, there's a whole bunch of other ones. We are doing the basic necessity orders today. We're doing with market order right now. What the market order does, up at the top here, you see the bid and ask, and it's people who want to pay as little as possible to buy something, and people want to sell it for as much money as possible who already have it, okay? And if you, in case of a market order, what's going to do, it's going to actually just take the first executable order, the quickest possible order to get it filled, and you're gonna get that price. You're gonna get somewhere close to the bid-ask spread, maybe not right in the middle, like we've talked about in other videos, but you're gonna get very close to that. So if we do this, and we want to buy, let's say 100 shares, we want to make sure our quantity is right. Let's do 100 shares against a fake account. And we want the time in force here to be, we want to be day. Good till cancel means it's open forever until you actually cancel the order. So let's do day. And then we can do the plus sign here on the advanced to check out how it looks. You can check the margin. And this is what's going to look like. So we're going to be paying initial margin, okay, the amount. And we're paying $15,000 to buy, roughly, okay. And then we can either transmit or close. I'm just going to go here. And again, we want to click market. And then we're going to get somewhere in between the bid ask, and we just go submit. Okay, and now that order is in, and any second now this should catch and it should go into a trade, which it just did. Okay, and we ended up buying it at 159.08. It's currently trading around that area. It's up and down a little bit here. We can see the price has been fluctuating pretty much the last few days. So in intraday, it's had some movement as well. So that's in our account now. And boom, that's what you want. So if you want to use a market order, we can see Apple's in here right now at the top. Market order is the quickest executable order. It will give you a price close to the bid and ask. So if you want to get something done quickly, use a market order. You can use it for buying and selling shares, shorting shares. You can use it for options trading as well. That's number 1. Moving on, let's go to number 2, which is a limit order. And a limit order is a little bit different than a market order in that you actually set a limit that you are willing to buy a stock for or sell a stock at, and it does not fluctuate. That is the price you want, and you can have that order in there until it actually gets filled. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's go back into our favorites here, and let's add something else to our portfolio. Let's go with Disney, just because they're on the list there, and they're on a down spend, so maybe they'll perk up a bit. We want to buy some Disney stock. We think 117 is a good price, okay? In your orders tab here, if you wanted to buy Disney shares, you click on buy, and you have the different kind of market. We just use market order, right? We want to use limit order now, and we click limit order. Let's do the same quantity, 100 shares, which is roughly $11,000 USD. And right now you see the bid-ask spread, okay? It's 117.95-ish. It's changing all the time. What this will do for us, if we click in here where the price is, we can actually go and we can click the mid, 197 and change, 117 and change right now. And we're going to keep that as day, and you can go and you can check the advanced details if you want to. You don't have to, it's up to you if you want to check things out, but you want to make sure you're buying in this case if you want to buy. And all you have to do then is click submit, and it's going to give us the mid price of the current bid and ask spread. And that went through pretty quickly as well. When you're just straight up buying and selling shares in 100 or whatever the quantity is, the bid ask spread is so small, unless the stock is moving very, very quickly one way or the other, it's usually going to get filled in the middle of that limit order. When you get into options trading, the volume of the options contract comes into play and it changes things up a little bit. So sometimes limit orders get filled, sometimes they don't. But for the purpose of just buying or selling, the limit order is fairly certain to get executed, again, unless the stock is on a crazy heater and just picks up momentum very quickly. So now we've talked about the big two, which are market and limit orders. Let's go on to number 3, which is a stop order. And this one's interesting because it's a way to kind of lock in a desired price. However, there's one caveat that comes with this. If you wanted to do this with Apple, okay, we have 100 shares here of Apple, and right now we bought them at 159.61. If we wanted to use a stop order, and let's say we use this to limit our loss in the position, we use a stop, an STP, a stop order. We want it to be good till canceled. And we can do a day if we want to keep putting the order in every day, but let's keep it at good till canceled right now. This is a way just to protect yourself on the downside if you want to do that. You can also use it when you're buying, but we're going to use it right now for protection, and we're going to go sell. We bought at 159.61. If we want to limit the loss on our position, let's say $100, since we own 100 shares, if the stock price moves down $1, we don't want to sell for anything less than that. So 158.61 would be our stop area, 158.61. Okay, and what this means is that once it hits 158.61, if it does keep dropping, it hits that level, the order automatically, instead of becoming a stop order, it transitions into a market order. And when 158.61 is reached, the order is turned into a market order and it fills immediately around the 158.61 area. It's not going to be exactly on that, depending on how quickly the stock's dropping, but it'll be around that area and it turns into a market order. So let's put that one in and go submit. And that one will be in our hopper now until we actually cancel it or it gets filled. So that's how that stop limit order works, or stop order works. There's a spin-off though with the stop order. There's a stop limit order, okay? And that's a little bit different in that if you wanted to sell Apple, let's say, same kind of thing, instead of using a limit order or a market order or a stop order, if we click this little drop down, we can go a stop limit order. And what this does, it turns your order, instead of having a stop order where it turns into a market order that we talked about, it'll take a stop area, it'll take that set area where your stop is at. So we'll do the same thing, 158.61. Okay, that's our stopping point. And then we want to have our limit a little bit lower than that for the limit price, because if the stock price is falling down, it hits 158.61, chances are it could keep decreasing. So we need to have our limit for this order a little bit lower down below that 158.61. Let's go 158.51, so 10 cents lower. We're going to keep this in check for good till canceled. And what this is going to do now is that once 158.61 is hit, if it is hit, this order becomes a limit order like we just talked about with a limit price of 158.51. Okay, I'm going to submit that, put that in the hopper as well. So we have 2 orders in here in our orders area. They're not going to actually move into trades until they're actually filled, until the Apple price drops to that point. With that being said, with the stop limit order, one thing to keep in mind here for this order, if the price is moving very, very quickly downwards, like we talked about with limit orders, there is a risk, a small risk, that the price may shoot through your limit order and it might not get filled at all. You might miss the market, as it's called, with a limit order. That is the one thing that I don't like about them. I'd rather use a stop order if you're looking to protect your downside, because it's a market order. It gets filled immediately. It may be a little bit lower than what you're anticipating, but it gets filled with a stop limit or a limit order. You have to monitor your positions a little bit more, because they could push down through or rise up too quickly and you might miss your opportunity to get out of the trade at your preferred level. But there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stop order, limit order, market order, stop limit order. You guys got them all now down pat. Make sure you practice them in your trading account. Paper trade first, always. And if you want to check out more videos, Trading Options Daily, my name's Andrew. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.